Hello, my name is Matas Bachkevich, and I will tell you more about my literacy experience in my life. When I was 7, I read books that involved various words with different alphabetical sounds in Lithuanian language. Pronouncing unfamiliar words was challenging. When I went to my elementary school, I learned different words by constantly reading and pronouncing two different sounds. When I saw my brother at home reading fictional books, such as The Lord of the Rings, he used to tell me the books were very powerful and the storylines were really good. I couldn't listen to him telling me all these good things about these books. I wanted to read this book, but it was too challenging because I couldn't understand the words and they were unfamiliar. I could understand the words because the pronunciations and the spelling were very long and complex. Lithuanian language was very confusing. The words seemed very long and complicated. I just couldn't pronounce those words. I was not satisfied with myself because I couldn't read the books such as The Lord of the Rings. But eventually, 2 years later, I found Harry Potter very connecting to my personality because Harry Potter's character was very eager and motivated to figure out every detail that affected his school life mysteriously. The vocabulary in Harry Potter seemed easier than the vocabulary in The Lord of the Rings. When I moved to live in India, I attended English International Speaking School. Most of those students spoke different languages, such as Brazilian, Portuguese, and I was really interested in that. But because many of them couldn't speak English fluently, and many were unfamiliar with the formal greetings in English, such as hello, thank you, how are you, I was fortunate to have the chance to learn some of these words from the books, such as Harry Potter, but I was not proficient pronouncing many of these words correctly. And I read English books in my English elementary school. I also found many Sanskrit books. I tried to apply the pronunciations and the spellings of the Sanskrit language into English language. Because since I knew Lithuanian, I especially found various similarities among the two languages, English and Sanskrit. Whereas Lithuanian was my fluent language, which I used to reference and compare its pronunciation and spelling to the other two languages. Seeing and hearing the pronunciations of these words in school have actually really helped me distinguish the sounds and pronunciations of English words. I try to apply the pronunciations of the spellings in Sanskrit language and English language because since I knew Lithuanian, I especially found various similarities among the two languages. Whereas Lithuanian was my fluent language and the first language, I used to reference it and compare it to learn how to write and pronounce other words. Therefore, it was easier for me to learn numbers faster. Every year when I meet new people and try to learn some more new words, I understood that pronunciations of these numbers and words sounded somewhat similar. It was easier for me to remember the numbers and then use it to learn the days of the weeks. The numbers and words sounded very similar in both languages. But I struggled to remember them because I couldn't remember the correct sound. Therefore, knowing Lithuanian as a language that shared similar sounds has really helped me a lot in learning how to pronounce the words in English, especially the ones that I have known correctly. But I struggled to remember them because I couldn't remember the correct pronunciation. Knowing Lithuanian and seeing the similarities of Sanskrit in between of English and Lithuanian languages had really helped me learn pronunciation better. Since Lithuanian language uses complex sounds, it was really hard to read books in English. Because I was really used to reading books in Lithuanian, but now in English, I found everything way simpler. But I just couldn't concentrate, I couldn't read and pronounce all the new words and all the new sounds, vowels, and all new pronunciations. I didn't know them correctly. I was not used to the new expressions that seemed less shorter than the sounds expressions in Lithuanian vocabulary. Reading English books and exploring Sanskrit language has really influenced my English skills. I'm very thankful for the opportunity at my elementary school to read and learn all of these different patterns and common factors among all the languages that I have experienced in the various English and Sanskrit books. So I want to thank you all.